Now let's come to the most important part. What brands should you be using and combining everything in particular doses to get everything that was mentioned on the whiteboard. Coming to them one by one. The first supplement that you will be using is from a brand called as What is up everyone, welcome to another video at DIA Do It Anyway, and today we'll be discussing the most important supplement and the most fancy supplement in the entire bodybuilding and fitness industry. Any guesses as to what that supplement is? Usually it comes in very fancy packaging with fancy names: Monster Pump, 9000, Rage, The Curse and all. Yeah, you're right. It's a pre-workout supplement. Now what happens is different companies have different ingredients and different blends, more often than not, which they do not disclose it to the public because it's something called as a proprietary blend, which companies do not want other companies to copy in order to have the same effect of the supplement between different brands. So what I have done is I have picked up the most important and the most beneficial supplements individually, combined all of them in one particular dose, and I make my own pre-workout. And today that is the pre-workout that I'm going to share with you, the exact ingredients, the exact recipe and the exact doses, and it tastes wonderful. Doesn't even cost a lot, so it is also cost effective. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to explain each and every single ingredient that I'm using in my pre-workout, and you guys can give this a try and see how you feel an enhancement in your performance and your recovery. This is the exact ingredient list of my pre-workout, so I'll be explaining each and every ingredient to you and how I combine the doses and how you can do the same in order to get the same effect in your workouts. By the way, I have named this MassFit pre-workout. MassFit_coaching is my Instagram. So if you don't follow me, please hit me a follow button on Instagram, and there's a lot of short content there with more detailed descriptions on YouTube. By the way, MAS stands for Mahesh Ajay Schiller. That's my complete name. So MassFit Coaching for Instagram. So let's pick up ingredients one by one and discuss their importance and why they are present in this particular pre-workout. So the first one is caffeine. Now I would just like to combine caffeine with taurine. So caffeine and taurine work kind of synergistically to improve your mental performance, your cognitive performance, your mood, your alertness, and just to keep you overall more aware and more alert about what is happening in that particular performance session. Talking about the doses, the effective dosing of caffeine is 300 to 500 mg. Now just be a little careful if you are experimenting with caffeine. Caffeine should preferably come from caffeine anhydrous, which is the better form of caffeine. It is more effective under less dosages. So 300 to 500 mg. You can also go beyond 500 mg if you are having it in a staggered form. If you are having it all at once, then I think 300 to 400 mg is also pretty good. Now when you combine this with taurine has to be anywhere between 1000 mg to 2000 mg, which is 1 to 2 grams, and they both will work synergistically. Now for people who face a little bit of anxiety and restlessness on caffeine, they need to be also adding one more ingredient to the pre-workout list in order to tackle that anxiety that comes with caffeine, and that is theanine. Theanine is a nootropic, and that is why it is green in color. Nootropic is something that can cross the blood-brain barrier and has the ability to affect brain function. So people who feel anxious on caffeine will be really benefited by the addition of theanine in the pre-workout in the doses of around 150 to 300 mg. It is milligrams and not grams. So be careful about that. Next comes beta-alanine. It is a building block for the amino acid carnosine, which helps buffer the acid in the stomach. Now the effective dose for beta-alanine is anywhere between 2 to 4 grams. And remember the fact that you feel a kind of tingling sensation is called paresthesia in after the ingestion, after about 15 to 20 minutes post ingestion of beta alanine. It is a side effect that comes with it, like you feel tingling sensation in the extremities, palms, like on the forehead, back of the palm, sometimes even in the chest area and around the eyes. But that's a completely harmless side effect that comes with beta alanine supplementation. But beta alanine has also been a promising supplement which has been shown to enhance strength related performance. Now the next combination of two things that I want to talk about, one is the world famous creatine monohydrate, and in addition to that I want to speak about something called as betaine anhydrous or betaine. These two things have kind of a similar effect in terms of the result that you would expect. Everybody knows creatine is used for cell volumization and better hydration. It basically works like an osmolyte. Same with betaine anhydrous, but in a lot of studies, when betaine is combined with creatine monohydrate, the cell volumizing effects have just been superb and athletic performance has been increased drastically. So talking about the doses, betaine anhydrous should be anywhere between 3 to 4 or even 2 to 4 grams. The same with creatine. Creatine, I don't think you need the loading phase specifically. Yeah, if you want to enhance or quicken the effect of creatine, then you can have the loading protocols wherein you take 5 grams 4 times a day, that's 20 grams a day for a week, and then usually taper it down to a maintenance dose of 5 grams a day. But you don't need to be doing that because we are experimenting with so many ingredients at once, so we will have the effect of creatine even if we take just 3 grams of creatine monohydrate per day before your workouts. So next two things were betaine anhydrous and creatine monohydrate. Let's go further into the list. Caffeine, betaine is done. Next important thing is L-citrulline or citrulline malate. Now what is citrulline malate? Basically, L-citrulline is the original citrulline form. When it is combined with malic acid, it then forms citrulline malate. Now a lot of pre-workouts have L-citrulline and malic acid separately, and a lot of pre-workouts have already citrulline malate. So both of them work super fine. The only problem is most pre-workouts, you just have to take maybe 1 or 2 scoops in order to get the desired ingredients. But in all of the pre-workouts that I have experienced, citrulline is usually very underdosed. So you will not be getting the pumps, the vasodilation that you would ideally want, which is kind of exciting when you do a workout. You will not be getting in the low doses of citrulline. So citrulline has to be explored in higher doses ranging from 7 to 10 grams. 10 to 12 grams is what I personally take in terms of citrulline malate. Am I missing out on anything? I just have a few notes, so I make sure that I'm not missing out on any important pointers that I need to convey to you guys. So basically, L-citrulline works as a nitric oxide booster. It increases the nitric oxide concentrations in the blood, which is eventually going to give effect to vasodilation and increased blood flow to the muscles, which results in greater pumps. Next ingredient is BeetRoot powder. I've mentioned an asterisk here is because BeetRoot powder can just might give you a little digestive discomfort, so you might have to visit the loo maybe a few times in between your workouts. So be very careful when you experiment with BeetRoot powder. Basically, BeetRoot powder and citrulline will give you the same effect. So if you want to save some money on citrulline malate, maybe what you can do is reduce the dose to around 6 to 7 grams and then introduce 3 to 5 grams, because citrulline is high. If citrulline is low, this needs to be high. Can even go as high as 10 grams. So maintain a balance between these two guys. BeetRoot powder and citrulline will have the same effect on your body. This will also act as a nitric oxide booster. Coming on to the next ingredient. These are EAAs in a dosing of 10 to 15 grams, potassium chloride and sodium bicarbonate. Potassium chloride is in the dosing of 3 to 5 grams and sodium bicarbonate in the dosing of 2 to 4 grams. So these three are pretty simple. EAA for more protein synthesis and better muscle recovery. Second is potassium chloride and sodium bicarbonate, which is commonly called as baking soda. Potassium chloride and sodium bicarbonate again will work synergistically to maintain water balance in and out of the cell. So basically these are salts for hydration. Again, if you see, I have put sodium bicarbonate with a green marker. Now, why this is in green is because most people use good enough quantities of salt through the day, so they do end up getting enough sodium. So you can get away without using this. This will also help people who kind of feel acidic after having a pre-workout supplement. So this will help you in making the environment in your stomach alkaline. So if you are somebody who's prone to acidity, you can consider using this. But if you do not want to include this in your pre-workout, that is also just fine. Now let's come to the most important part. What brands should you be using and combining everything in particular doses to get everything that was mentioned on the whiteboard? Coming to them one by one. The first supplement that you will be using is from a brand called as Grizzly Nutrition. Grizzly Nutrition, it's called EAA, True EAA Essential. So this you will find on Amazon. Just go on Amazon and type Grizzly Nutrition True EAA Essentials. You will come across this particular box. Now what this particular jar has is 5 grams of EAA. So in order to get 10 to 15 grams, you will need around 2 to 3 scoops. 2 scoops is enough in my opinion. That will give you 10 grams of EAAs. 3 grams of beta-alanine, 3 grams of citrulline, 1 gram of betaine. This is the exact ingredient list, plus a lot of vitamins and other stuff. The good part about this particular brand is that it comes with a full-fledged lab report. So you can just be sure that whatever is mentioned in the jar is actually that something that is there inside the box and nothing apart from that. No heavy chemicals and no harmful additives. The second one is from the same brand, Grizzly Nutrition. The product's name is Pure BCCB. This is how it looks. Pure BCCB by the same brand, Grizzly Nutrition. Now, what this contains is again 3 grams of betaine, 3 grams of creatine monohydrate, 6 grams of citrulline and 2 grams of beta-alanine, and again all the vitamins and minerals as a side. So basically you need to combine these two scoops of EAA and 1 15-gram scoop of pure BCCB. The scoops are there inside these jars. So when you combine these two, make sure that you buy the same flavor so that the taste does not go for a toss. When you combine these two, you will be getting 10 grams of EAA from this, 6 grams of 5 grams of beta-alanine, 3 grams of creatine, 6 plus 3, 9 grams of citrulline, and 3 plus 1, 4 grams of betaine. So whatever you saw on the whiteboard, a lot of them are covered except caffeine. Even this even contains taurine of 1 gram, the EAA supplement, so you will get taurine also in that. Right now I'm just discussing the main ingredients. Caffeine is not there, but caffeine comes as a separate pouch which is called as Energy Plus. This is also present inside the Grizzly Nutrition supplement packet. There's a packet inside with there's an Energy Plus sachet and the box, the bottle. So what this has is, this has a very small scoop inside. So this is how the scoop is. It's a very tiny scoop. Now 1 scoop is equal to 150 mg of caffeine. So in order to get the 300 to 500 mg, what I recommend is you start off with 300, and if you feel that you need more and you can handle and tolerate more, then you can put 1 more scoop. So start off with 2 scoops of Energy Plus, which is 300 mg of caffeine, and if you feel the need, increase gradually, but not go beyond 3 scoops. I don't think anybody will need that. Next thing is from a brand called Trexgenics. It's called potassium chloride powder. It's a mineral potassium useful for hydration. The dosing is 3 to 5 grams. So 1 teaspoon of Trexgenics potassium chloride powder is all you need. Next is sodium bicarbonate, which was optional. But if you are to be using it, then you can just pick up any sodium bicarbonate from your local kirana shop, grocery shop, or I ordered from Urban Platter from Amazon. By the way, all these things are from Amazon. I'll link up the links to everything in the description box below, and you can directly place your orders. So next thing is baking soda. Dosing is around 2 to 4 grams. So anywhere between half to 3/4 of a teaspoon is going to do the work. Next important optional ingredient, again, if it suits you well, is beetroot powder. Just go on Amazon, type beetroot powder and pick up any brand. Dosing is around, it's very cheap. I think not even $150 or something, less than $200 for a 200 to 300 grams packing. So if you're supposed to be using this, then 3 to 5 grams. But if you are, as I said, if you are going lower on the citrulline dosing, then you need more of beetroot powder just to manage your budget. So use the dosing accordingly. 1 to 2 teaspoons of beetroot powder will do the work for you. Okay, so that was basically it about the pre-workout, and what you should be expecting after having this is you should be seeing a reduction in fatigue, sustained energy levels, and absolutely amazing pumps. Now the way I use this is I blend everything in a shaker and put it in a 1 liter or a 750, anywhere between 800 ml to 1 liter of water. You mix everything, shake well. Use half of this before your workout, around 20 minutes before workout, and make sure that you finish the other half in the first half an hour of your workout. This I personally have found to be the most effective way of consuming my pre-workout drink. And in the later duration of the workout, you can just keep sipping on plain water. So you get a lot of nutrients and a lot of nutrient partitioning agents, a lot of mood enhancers, a lot of performance enhancers in this in the initial 45 minutes before beginning your workout and the half an hour intra workout. So you nail your pre-workout nutrition and you also nail your intra workout nutrition, and you'll be sipping on water for the rest of the duration. So you will also be taking care of your hydration, and these things combined together overall will result in absolutely great performance and great pumps and great mental focus. So I hope this video helps. Please share this video with your gym buddies and whoever is excited about using pre-workout, because most people are very excited, I've seen, about using pre-workout supplements. And most of the supplements that are out there are pure garbage. It was after a very long time that I came across a brand called as Grizzly Nutrition. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Grizzly. I have nothing to do with them. It's just that they are making a wonderful product and it's very cost effective. These two things will not even cost you 3,000 rupees combined, and they will last you for almost 2 months. And the rest of the things are pretty cheap as well. You can just check the prices on Amazon. So everything fits in budget and is super effective. So that is why I have combined all of these things to the best of my knowledge and the best of my ability, and I have made an attempt to share the exact things with you. I hope this video helps. This is a pretty long video, but it was important for me to share the entire details as to why we are using everything. So please make sure that you give this a thumbs up and share this with the people you think this will be helpful to. And thank you very much for joining for another video for DIA. Do it anyway, and I will see you in the next one. As always, if you love this channel, please hit the subscribe button. It keeps me motivated and helps me to deliver more and more value to you. But again, if you do not want to subscribe for any particular reason, that's totally fine. You can always come back to this channel to gain more value. And no matter what people say or what anybody thinks, I will keep doing my thing, because out here we do things anyway. Thank you so much.